Living in Taiwan is so fun. There are so many people that live in Taiwan. And I think in my whole entire mission, I only saw 3 neighborhoods that had individual houses. It is all apartment buildings. And some of them have a front desk guy, and some of them it's just a staircase that goes up that has lots of people that live in that building. I was mostly in city areas on the east coast of Taiwan. It's more rural, and I never went over there, but a lot of people do, but I just never did. And so in the cities, there's a lot of people everywhere. And one of the things I'm really grateful about is that the dogs in the city don't chase you. So that's awesome. That's awesome. When in some of my areas, it was mostly city, but it had a few rural areas. And in the rural areas, the dogs would like growl at me and like start to like be all defensive and maybe like chase me for a little bit. But I never had to like outrun a dog on my bike or anything because I was mostly in the city. And then transportation. Transportation in Taiwan is really convenient because there's an MRT, which is the subway system. And we would take that when we would go farther places. Most of the time we would just ride our bike, but if we had to go to a meeting or anything, then we would take the subway system, the MRT. And then there's taxis, but they're expensive. There's buses, which are also really helpful. But bike is definitely the biggest form of transportation. And then everybody in Taiwan has a motor scooter. Everybody has a motor scooter. There are cars on the roads, but there are hundreds of thousands of motor scooters that you will see every day. And it's really fun because at the stoplights, you'll be riding your bike and there'll be a red light. And you'll just start talking to the person next to you. And it's a lot of fun. And a lot of the members were found that way. And so it's really great to hear the members' experience of how they found the missionaries, because the church is still pretty young. And so most of the people are converts. Buddhism and Taoism are the 2 biggest religions. And for them, they don't need to choose Buddhism or Taoism. They can be both. They can believe in all the gods. A lot of people believe all the gods are true, which I didn't understand that concept for a long time. But then one of my native companions, she explained that God is up here. And we can get to God through Buddha or through Christ or through our ancestors or through all these different ways. And so a lot of them believe that all of the gods are true if you believe it. And so that was a really hard concept for me to grasp for a long time. Other things, they have so many gods. They have earth gods for like every city. And there's always a big meow, which is just like a giant temple that's all decorated with dragons and lions and stuff. They're really cool looking. And they often have parades in the middle of the street. And they don't shut off the road. It's just a bunch of trucks all lined up with these big like flower decorations and people with altars and with gongs, and they just go down the street and have this parade with all the cars and all the scooters, and it's really fun. And a few different times my companions and we would just be riding our bikes down the street, and one of the parades would be going past, and all the people in the parade would wave at us because we were just these white American girls, and so they'd be like, "Hello, you are beautiful." And it was so funny. Yeah. A lot of people, they actually like to practice their English because in schools, everybody takes English because they just feel like English is really useful language. And so all of the school kids are taking English. Some of them are really good at it, but if you don't care about a subject, you're not really going to progress in it. So some of them aren't very good. And then a lot of them, they can understand more than they're willing to speak. They're kind of shy about speaking English. So a lot of the time they'll understand you better than they'll talk to you.